when people like Bernie Ecclestone say, wow, you know you've got something right.
With just 2 months to go before Singapore for the second time revs up its engines, Hong Kong was given a taste of Formula One fever. Some of the Grand Prix's biggest supporters were on hand to give their thoughts on the September night race, which last year wowed millions across the globe. They included Hong Kong racing drivers Darrell O Young and Philip Ma, as well as representatives from the Lion City.
First and foremost, it's still the only night race. And if you've been to the first one, you would want to come back again. And if you haven't been to the first one, you would want to experience it for yourself.
I think it's a decent street track. I think the drivers find it very challenging too. Last year was the first night race. This year, they know what to do. I think they'll be more competitive this year.
Well, there was a genuine wow factor, and the drivers had their concerns about racing under lights, but once they got out on track, I think it was Nelson Piquet Jr. said that he was even contemplating wearing sunglasses. But I forgot who it was now. I think Nico Rosberg said, in fact, he'd completely forgotten he was driving at night until behind the safety car he happened to look up and suddenly realised that there are all these tower blocks and a black sky above. And he said that sort of quite freaked him for a little while.
We have a wider, everything is bigger, wider, and it's, the cars can overtake in many places, not like Monaco. The only thing we don't have is the heritage that Monaco has. Hopefully the next 5 years will help us create something like that. Luckily we had the dramas and with the Ferraris, with Alonso winning, so that added spice to it.
More than 100,000 people watched the race live last year. More than 100 million people worldwide watched it on TV. And if you're that 100,000 that saw the race, the motivation to come back is huge.
I hope, absolutely hope, that any thought of the Formula One breakaway now is pretty much in abeyance. I mean, there is still grumblings going on. You're talking about a lot of people here with very, very big egos. No one wants to look like the person who's won or lost in all of this debate. But the fact is that Formula One as a whole was set to lose hugely, and in fact was losing hugely as a result just of the conjecture going on about breakaways and things. Nobody was going to buy tickets for the 2010 Grand Prix if you didn't know whether Ferrari were going to be in or not, or who else would be there racing. You know, was it going to be Formula One or Formula the other one?